fashion, we can go now. Whenever we get high, gotta keep it moving with the low. Rolling stones, I do cold down, I do cold down. I do feel good, tabs, hold up, that is blind. Won't ignore money on my line. For some horse, waste of time, not to know when I'm bored. I'm too high, baby, pour another, pop another, roll another. Tell your mother that we lit, bitch, we stone, and I'm high. Pause it, pop another, Percocet. Baby, pour another, pop another, roll another. Tell your mother that we lit, bitch, we stone, and I'm high. Pause it, pop another, Percocet. I can feel it crawling all up in my skin. Tell my friends I'm too high. One, gas another born, bitches born, got a kind of drinking. I'm dipping, resting thighs, blooding off codeine. I feel nothing off the morphine, and I'm married by more jeans. I'm too high, rolling off of these pills, paranoid, I can't stay still. Oh, you wanna know how I feel? I'm too high. Blow the money for the thrill. My girl said I got no chill. My girl said I got no chill when I try. Pour, another oil spill. She said time was standing still. Seen them diamonds in my grill, and I said bye. Move forward from here, bloodshot eyes on my dress here. Not so high, I cannot steer, I can't drive. I don't roll up no bullshit around here, that's that vibe. I don't tolerate bullshit around here, that's that vibe. If I take a puff and then you hit it, white sea on third eye.
Shit, this is a lot. First and foremost, I want to really thank everybody for coming out today. I saw Chris, I met Chris at 7, 8 years old, right? 7, yeah. My mom used to do his mom's hair. Like, we've been best friends ever since. Started dreaming. We had a common interest in music. Decided to start a boys group, travel the world together. And from there, I met every last one of you guys here. And I just realized that today that he was such an influence to my life by introducing me to such great people. And I feel like we all witnessed the legend, got a chance to spend time with a real legend. And we got to make sure his legacy continues and his music is heard. And we all got to do it together. It's not a one thing. Like, I know he was facing, you know, feeling unappreciated and all this stuff, and like, I know he's looking down on us right now, and I feel like it's a chance for all of us to be able to show him we really appreciate him and get his music heard. And like I said, I really love every last one of y'all, and I appreciate you guys coming out.
We love you, my love.
We love you, my love.
My love.
See me up down there, anything I saw, yeah, I'm gon' win. Yeah, I'm gon' swim. Let me out of my bed. Get into this paper, yeah, it's a good feel. Diamonds on my neck and ring, see the big bitch.
See diamonds on my neck and rings with the lights, yeah. Gotta get to the riches, all of my glass, like I'm on the riches, handle my business, money handle my business. Cause I want we militant mind, they got the whole brick, I didn't need no consignment. I'm independent, the kitchen gon' sign me. But I want a real thing. In the spaceship, switching lanes. Got my kids in the back, and they all wanna Google. Only want the money, got the fame. Fuck a hater, can't stop my flow. So much, they say I go home. I don't gotta do the most. Stack some money from the most. Yeah, I'm a gang member, but when I ride solo, you know that I go go flame. I'm the great next time, I go solo. You know that life in a game. You know I work for a real nigga, but I'ma keep it real until my time finish. Keep it 100, my nigga, no limit. Chopper bullet, eat that up for dinner. To the rich, see me all down there, on the list. Anything I saw, yeah, I'm gon' finish. Yeah, I'm gon' finish. Let me handle my beat. Get into this baby, yeah, it's a good feel. Diamonds on my neck and ring, see the big bitch. See diamonds on my neck and rings with the lights on. That's alright.
Oh yeah, for sure. We have one.
And then I need a cam. Did you take the picture, Debbie?
Yeah, let me take one more.
No,
Okay.
No, be good. Chris, step in a little more. Right there. Are y'all getting Chris in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go get it from Prince. I'm gonna get it right now. Where's Scrams at? Oh, where's Scrams?
Yo, Chris meant a lot to me, man. Outside of music, I ain't never really, I mean, I love his music, don't get me wrong, but I loved Christopher Cheeks. He couldn't ever tell me nothing about music or success. I care more about him as a person and how he felt about himself as a person. And a lot of my friends around me can contest to that. You know, in times where, when I first met Chris, man, we did not get along. I mean, I'm talking about, like, we used to fight every day, man. Like, arguments physically, like, we used to fight every day. We did not get along in the beginning. Yeah, everything, man. Like we went through it, man, in the beginning. But after that, and after he understood me and I understood him, we started to take the best parts of each other, you know, and mold them into ourselves. Milo, you know, at that time, he was undecided on what he wanted to do. You know, he took on photography and shit. This nigga took a picture since then. But we lived the life, we set goals, man. Like, we set goals back then, way back then in that Fontana house, man. Me, Chris, Goose, Milo, George, Joe, like, everybody that was in that time frame of my life, we set them goals. Years later down the line, you know, as people fall off the wagon, things happen, you know, we all stay consistent with each other. We all stayed down for the come up, no matter what. Chris said, yo, this is what we gonna do. Everything didn't always work out how we planned it. You know, things happen, life happens. We understood that. But for my brother to have to suffer this is a tragic moment for everybody to understand this. You don't always get a good person like him in life, man. And brother was a good person. Can't nobody around that I'm looking at right now tell me that they didn't have a good moment with Chris. That Chris didn't do something for you that helped you in some kind of way. Whether it was giving you a fucking plate of food, his shoes off his feet, a connection to make you some music, a studio plug. I don't give a fuck what it was. Ain't nobody in this motherfucking room right now or out wherever the fuck we at, I'm sorry. You can't tell me Chris ain't do nothing for you. This is a real life lesson, bro. You never get a friend like that. I will never be the same. He did so much for me, man, outside of music. Fuck the music. He did so much for me in my life, period, that I can never repay him for. I can never give it back to him. Thank God, you know, right before he passed, I was able to give him his flowers. I was able to call him and tell him, because I had been ducked off for a few months. I ain't been talking to nobody. I ain't been doing nothing. I've been working on me. So I hadn't been talking to him, and I felt bad. So I gave him a call, and I said, hey, bro, I just wanted to let you know I see what you're doing, because he's working with my brother Scrams. He was working with Scrams and building Scrams up and helping him get to a point where he wanted to be in his career. And I called him and I told him, hey, man, look, you always gonna be blessed, brother, because you always see the greater good in people, and you always willing to help people get to the next level, bro. And that is your skill, that's your talent, and you need to embrace that. You need to love that. And in truth, he really didn't like that. But in truth, that was his skill, that was his talent. He knew how to find talent, mold talent, and build talent, man. My brother's a legend. Forever Chris King. He'll forever live through me as long as I got breath and blood in my body. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you people feel the same way in this room. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming out today. I'm glad Moms and Pops was able to make it out today. You know, I just wanted this to be the best it could be, and I'm elated. It turned out, couldn't have been no better, man. I appreciate everybody for showing up. I love y'all.
You gotta leave.
Can't sleep cause I feel alive. I speak real saliva. Drug dealers connivers that on arrival. This man psycho, desensitize me. That he won't try me. Back there like spinal, scratching like vinyl. Watching my diamonds, watch me like Seinfeld. How I'm one side, still they say I'm timeless. Hey, I roll it down and I light it. Lights on the focus, on it in fire. I cannot hold it and I keep quiet. I want it more than them, I'm never tired. It's just Snotty like no vaccination. Want the money, that's the conversation. When you run for money, you'll get tax evasion. Blessings on me and the highest praises. Yeah, one time for my dog chopping grams, you ain't hit the hands on the block cause the fans all that he got. Yeah, I told him homie drink big. Yeah, one time.
I know you hear me, Chris. I know you looking down on all of us. Man, it's crazy that we even doing this right now, but
Nah, you
I
need
appreciate
KB.
everybody for coming for my boy.
Nah,
You know what I'm
I had to
saying?
do it.
It's a blessing,
Come on, B.
but it's a
For the pop.
I'm just thinking, like, everything I ever did, Chris was there for everything. Birthday, listening party, shows with only 10 people in it, anything, Chris was there. And it's just like, even earlier when I was leaving the crib, I was packing the bag. I'm like, oh, I'm finna, I ain't got no Lucy's. I'm like, Chris gonna have one for me. I'm like, damn, Chris ain't even gonna have one for me. But it's like,
That nigga had all the clothes.
he had everything, you feel me? But it's just like, I just appreciate him as a friend. Like, we talked right before he left, and he had told me, like, pull up on me, I'm trying to, you feel me? I'm trying to get D, baby. You know what I'm saying? We trying to go to Pluto. And I'm like, whoa, but I had some stuff going on, so I wasn't able to pull up on him. So I wish I did. 'Cause, you know, he left the next day, and it was like, I ain't never gonna see him again. So, this shit hurt for real, like that's my boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
I feel you.
this shit lame. This shit lame as hell. Like, Chris out of all people, like, y'all know how Chris was. Like, bro ain't deserve this shit. Like, come on. Like, out of all people, we all know. We like, you feel me? We all done did some. Chris ain't did shit.
Nothing.
You feel me?
Nobody.
So it's like, come on, bro. So it's like, this shit just hurt for real. And I appreciate everybody, and we gotta really, like, make his name live forever. Like, you feel me? Because he was a legend. He helped everybody connect the dots. He was the glue to the shit. You feel me? The missing piece to the puzzle. And nobody could take that from him. Stamp that. He had that. You feel me? He done brought me in rooms with motherfuckers. You feel me? So it's like, y'all know he GOAT status. And y'all can't take that from him. And I'll never let a nigga take that from him. They took my boy.
Yeah.
And just know, y'all know what it is. Y'all know, I'm rocking the boom. If y'all don't, y'all know what it is. So that's all I'm gonna say. And I love you, Chris. Stand on business.
Picking up the pieces up. If I say it's up, bitch, it got hang time. Nowadays, I am a nigga, they got a name drop. Killers run me tattooed tears, diamonds like raindrops. Live life in the fast lane, never fuck up the paint job. I give you this pistol, let's go wherever I go. Killer be killed, he wrote that down in the Bible. Soda so dark, the cup like wearing his night clothes. Let the chopper sing like it's American Idol. I headshot his ideas and crack his light bulb. He do the same, but 2 wrongs just don't make it right. I get aggressive, go federal, make the right move. Gotta pull the trigger, somebody here finna die. My killers visit your frequent, got sharks like zebras. Hit trigger on the blood, treated like elevation. It was just me. It was just no stunt double.
can't forget what you told me, bro. Shout out my nigga Chris King. My nigga Daily always wanted to be with these niggas, bro, but you feel me? But we back up now, you feel me? Shout out to all my niggas.
Jumping on that deep love, angels versus demons love. I never make it enough. Picking up the pieces
I DJ'd for Chris for a while. My name's 270, for those that don't know me. The thing I want to take a second to touch on about Chris is that everyone here knows that it's a full-time job to be an artist. It's a full-time 24/7 job to be a good artist. But the thing about Chris was he was a good artist and an even better human being. And there's a lot of artists out here who forget that you're always going to be a human before you're an artist. You're always going to be a human before you're a rapper. I didn't know Chris for long, and he had no reason to mess with me and to look out for me, aside from the fact that that was just the kind of person who he was. And if he respected you, and if he saw something in you, and if he felt the need in his heart to look out for you, he was going to do so. Chris was just an amazing person that looked out for everybody here for whatever reason in his heart. It's hard for a lot of people, including myself, to understand why and how he was the person that he was, because I'm sure we can all sit here and know that we don't know anybody else like him, and I don't think we ever will. He just had this light that was especially rare in the music industry, and I'm just appreciative to have met him and to have met a lot of people here through him, and I love that guy.
Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is if we don't got trust. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is, girl, I can't wait. With me here, girl, I'm taking your bait. Straight whatever was left on the plate, only you know how much more I can take. Say it's whatever, but you know it ain't. Negative energy and they complain. Man, supposed to be up on private planes. You know I was stuck in my ways. You know I ain't playing no games. You know I'm trapping in flames. You hope that the money don't change and keep you close, cause these niggas are strangers. You know I be smoking and drinking, I'm too dope and I'm perfect with aiming. True story, just drop your location. Pull up and you quick to get naked. It was 2:40, I left around 8 some. Double back cause I wanted to taste more. After dark, it was one of them late nights. Ballet Park, I ain't even hit the brake light. I fell out bars, don't give a nigga space. Booty shaped like hearts, only time I wanna break one. Hit it hard, I'ma beat it till the day come. Give applause when a real nigga say something. Say something. Don't care about anybody, I'm not just anybody. Shit about this damn parlay. You know, yeah. Tell me what it is and what it means to love. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is if we don't got trust. Tell me what it is.
I first met Chris, man, I'm in 5th. And Milo, Bruce, all these young brothers through my boy Retro, who I wish was here right now. Eddie's, my boy's hurting. He told me about this rapper. And I thought I was Kendrick Lamar at the time. You know? He said, hey, you gotta be the homie king. Let me rap, bro. My niggas. And he took me to this house one day. 5th, Milo, everybody was at. And I met King, and I thought he was incredible. And when you get really good at your craft, you don't really, it's hard to find people you're inspired by. You know, I put a lot of work in, and I just couldn't get inspired. I saw King every time I heard him open his mouth. This boy was anointed, and he was very good at marketing. You know, you see what you see with the syrup and the cash, and he knew how to dress. That boy had the biggest heart, for real. He was goofy. You know, we would bump heads, and he'd say things, you know, get in a roast session, and make you laugh in the middle of a roast session. You know, you remember why you love him, why you arguing with him. And Mom's is right. Like, we right now, black men specifically, we running around. It's worse than Get Out. You know, we running around acting like a projected image that these people that on us project to the world, and we emulating that. You feel me? And we taking away from each other little chains and shit. We bickering. You don't want to support your brother. You self-serving. We out here chasing this fame and these accolades and everything. And who was around Chris? It's the same thing I asked myself. I didn't see nobody from the squad, nobody from 13 years ago when I first met bro around him. We would have never let him go there alone. Ever. And the people he put on, the gift that Fifth spoke about, for him to find talent, Vogue, there's people that got platinum plaques right now, but purchasing mansions right now, that Chris was instrumental in. Why bro should have been sitting at the crib, never wanted to fuck with that show out there. So you know, y'all running around, I know you want to serve for yourself and everything, but you got 2 water reserves in this life. You got one to pour in yourself, and you got one to pour into other people. Don't forget to pour into other people. Chris poured into everybody. And nobody took their, he died by a nigga that didn't even know he had 2 reserves. It's just a nigga that was just worried about his own reserve filling up. Pour into your people, man. And look out for your brothers. Don't compete with them. Love them.
Rest in peace, my dog.
I'm trying to tell brother cancel it and I'm gonna catch up.
We started from condom 7-Eleven tricks. Take the rubber off and we get reckless. Stretching skin, scar, broken heart, but build walls. Then you let me in. Money can't be the problem, cause on my wallet I'm like 17. Bandana, hanging, I go hard, but when my section is, give it to a raw, but I keep it soft like a gym I got too much time on my hands, and I should fall in love. Let's try changing my heart. I think I got something I can go. Go for your love, go for your love, go for your love, baby, I can't.
This kid was one of my best friends. I never forget when he came to me and said, "Sis, I want to do something with my hair. I want your advice." And I literally was like, you know what, I got you. And it was, my ex had just got murdered, and I moved back home, and I walked down the street, and it's a house full of all my friends somehow in one house down the street from me a month after my boyfriend got murdered. And they took me in, and I'm sleeping on the floor. You know, Chris is just really just took in my, like what I went through, and that was my brother. I just can't believe this. I really can't. And, you know, as I watched his hair grow, I watched, you know, him walk in the dope, and, you know, I'm like, okay, you got a photo shoot, I got to get your hair done. It don't matter. like whatever, photo shoots, whatever, your hair has to be done. And I watched his hair grow, and I watched him turn into a man. I watched the tattoos come. I watched the fame. And I told him when I said, Chris, I'm gonna do your hair. When you get famous, don't forget me. He did not forget me. I have a catalog of celebrities because of Chris King. I have a logo. He taught me how to brand myself. He said, sis, you need to raise your prices. I didn't even know what to charge for dreadlocks. I just learned how to do it because my cousin had dreadlocks, and it was just something I loved to do. It wasn't like a money thing for me. I've been doing this since I was 14 years old. I didn't even. He's the one that told me you're not even charging enough. And he gave me the first time I made $200 because he gave it to me because he knew I was worth more than that. He could have kept me under my value. No, your sis, raise your prices. You're worth more. The thing about it is, it was pure hate that took my brother away. And I've been in these streets. I've seen this and that. Chris knows. Chris knows more than anybody the struggles I had. And he was always there for me. And he always just told me, sis, you gotta be the best you can be. And he just get yourself together, do what you have to do. People would try to rob you for what you have because you're great. Because you have a gift. It's not about money. It's not about your jewelry. Sometimes it's just about what you have on the inside. It's your light that people will try to take from you. You guys have to really just realize there's nothing in these streets. There's nothing in this jewelry. There's nothing in these diamonds. That shit don't mean absolutely fucking nothing. It don't mean shit. But what Chris did is he left a legacy. He taught so many people things. He was walking regular people in the rooms they would never get into. They would never be able to walk into the rooms themselves. Chris left, he left so many legacies within so many people because so many normal people, I would have been a normal hairstylist if it wasn't for Chris King. I wouldn't, the things that he's done, it's crazy to see all these faces here because of him. And the faces that couldn't make it, oh my God, because of this one person. You guys have so much. We're here, we're breathing again. We have another day tomorrow. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't, it's not about jewelry. It's not about cars. That shit don't mean absolutely nothing. You know what means something to me? The fact that my brother believed in me. He knew I could do it. He recommended me to people. You guys have to understand that this stuff is nothing. It means absolutely nothing.
Blood in my fucking face. Shawty don't play games with me. I don't do more than pop some champagne with me. She know what she wanted, it ain't a thing to me. But it's so sad because it's over. It's so sad because it's over.
That camera's crazy. Got how many people you got today?
Those fucking muffin flex.
Get it all when I change the picture. Close up, nigga, here's the kicker. Bullet that's the size of a snicker. Like a liquor. Beef like I ordered the whiskey.
he was told in writing. I ain't never seen him write. So whoever said y'all seen him write, I got a couple dollars to show me the video for real. Bro, love that cup. Bro, love that cup no matter where y'all was at. I don't care if y'all was at church or whatever. But bro, for real, like, he makes the jokes of the craziest stuff, no matter how sad the situation was. And one thing, he always gave niggas they flowers in their face. Me and bro had too many conversations that I can't say, like, I wish we would have said, or I wish I had the time to tell him this, because I did. And he told me as well, you feel me, whatever vices and perks that we all come with, he ain't never, like, put that over y'all relationship. Nigga, he always, no matter the distance, no matter if y'all was tripping with each other, bro, there was always room to make it right with him. You know what I mean? So, niggas gonna die in the desert, but not him. Like, bro, like, niggas like him, bro, those are gems. Those are, for real, those are the people that a nigga hate to lose, because who a nigga, you call him every day, Chris don't answer no matter the time.
They reciprocate that abuse. Many times never learned to express a top how to get tested. Bouncing all on my bad screen. I wonder what a man thinks. Double cup, I feel it disgusted. Just like a pills all in the medicine cabinet, scale in the cupboard. She come over, we fuck 100 times. I think I love her. Wait, the way that money walked to me on time, I can't be running late. Paraphernalia, dodge a crooked cops, but let's get something straight. Falling back, patient for my time, but I was dumb to wait. Go and get it, grind it, check a flag, remind me of fans when I was trying to skate. Had the world in your palms and still found time to pray. I done counted the days, even inebriated, but I give you hope to believe to get intoxicated. Trying to cope with the thought that you was really leaving. I'm not gonna say it, I believe that
That Buddha bless.
I had to pour it out, crack a bottle, I get clean. Crack a cork on the cognac. Real track on blood, beer, got phones in the Rolodex.
I know a lot of y'all might not know me, but me and Milo and Chris and even Amanda and my auntie, my Uncle Chris, Big Uncle Chris, and all that other stuff. We met when we were 10 years old. Me and Milo, we were making a group, and Chris, we went to the skating rink, and Chris, we were looking for like another one to join our group. I'm too much. We were looking for another one to join our group, and I swear to God, Milo knew Chris and Miss Pam and everything, and we went to the skating rink, and at 10 years old, he threw everything down. He threw everything down right then at 10 years old, and he spit the coldest rap I ever heard in my life. And I was like, baffled. Like, I can't even believe a 10-year-old was this amazing. He was amazing. And people ask me to this day, because we spent a long life together. We met at 10, we did all the too much stuff, you know what I mean, up until we didn't. But I promise you, people ask me to this day, who is your favorite rapper? And the coldest, I always, before this even happened, I always say, Chris motherfucking King. Chris motherfucking King, at 10 years old, threw down all his shit to sit there and spit for me and Milo to be in the group, and he spit the coldest fucking rap at 10 fucking years old.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. I gotta go get him. I gotta ask Key where she put the rest of them at.
Well, just let me know if you.
Key.
Hello? Is it on? Is it on?
It's on.
Yeah.
Okay, I really don't talk in front of people like this, but I guess Chris is giving me the strength to talk. I didn't really understand his lifestyle, and I didn't like it, but the energy that I'm feeling here with you guys, I see why he was around you guys. The energy feels good, you know? It's just different than my era. I'm old school, so all the things that you guys do was making me nervous with my son, with the lean and the weed and the vape.
Hey, what's up with the mic, yo?
hello, and the late night studios and the late calls, and that lifestyle made me nervous every day of my life. Watching Chris on social media, you know, thinking that the world was so nice like him, exposing too much stuff. I was yelling, I was angry at him all the time because I felt like the way that he, how do you do that? The way that he passed away, I knew one day somebody was gonna do that because my intuition told me that because his light, a lot of people were just envious of that light. And they wanted to dim it because Chris did it his way, you know. You try to dim his light, that make him go harder.
Right.
That's true.
But the cold thing is that you guys don't know, as a mother, he had that facade, but he was very hurt a lot from betrayal and just the whole industry and the wickedness and the jealousy and the hate. He was an artist, he was very passionate about what he did, and he had a big heart. And because of those two elements of my son, that's why he's not here, because people aren't used to know Chris Cheeks or Chris King. He's like Chris is like an alien, you know? And because he looks a lot, what's going on? Because he looks a lot like me, and because we're very similar, we argue 24/7. He is my twin. We have every worst part of me. He's got that. I'm argument. We're the same. So I have a connection with my son, and the reason I can stand here like I am, I know for 100%. I know for 100% that my son is with God, 100%, regardless of his lifestyle and his weed and his lean and his arrogance sometimes and his tears. And God made my son, and my son had a good heart, big heart. His heart was big. Actually, he's similar to me, and I try to teach him about not being so trusting, because everyone's not your friend. And you know, he just got, I would get on his nerves. All his friends that are here know that I got on his nerves. But this was my biggest fear. It happened. This is what I always knew one day was gonna happen, because of his openness with people that he didn't even know all the time. And with people that, you know, people be faking and shaking. And I knew that my son was probably gonna get killed. But what I do know, I know that nobody can hurt him again, nobody can betray him again, nobody cannot. My son is one of the best rappers, period.
Yeah.
For sure. Period. I mean, he's like Lil Wayne Eminem status. Facts. My son never got the opportunity to be where you know, they were hating on my son. And you know, Chris did it for passion. He didn't do it for the money. All he wanted to do is buy me a house and shit. I don't give a fuck about a house. I just wanted my son to have a good mental, you know, feel good and be happy. And that's all I cared about was that. And I knew my son was not always happy because the streets beat him down. And now he's at peace. I'm not at peace because I can't imagine. I can't imagine not fussing with him for one. But I can't imagine. I just can't imagine him saying, "Love you, Mom." You know. Anyway, God kind of prepared me for something like this because Chris is gone a lot, so I feel like he's still out of town. You know, when the service and stuff, I guess it will kick in. But supporting Chris and that crazy ass music. And I call it crazy ass because I'm old, I can't even understand it. But I know that it flows. I know that. So anyway, thank you for coming. Thank you for loving my son.
Thank you.
We love you too.
Let me say one more thing. Yeah. You young men, stop killing each other. This is bullshit. Why don't you get together and do some investment groups and shit? Why don't you learn how to economically improve the black culture. We're fucked. Asians, Mexicans, and black people, and they talk about Black Lives Matter, it don't seem like it does. You guys need to get together and start pulling together and buying some fucking land, put some houses on the motherfucker, get the people off the homeless. Everybody just worried about their damn self. But I'm cussing right now because my son is dead on some bullshit. You know, he's dead on some bullshit, trying to help another motherfucker, and they killed him. And black people are like that a lot. I've been saying lately, I can't stand black folks, and I'm black. I moved my son to the Inland Empire from Orange County to be around blacks because I was around white people. I said, I don't want my son to be raised around white people. I want him to be raised around black people. And we didn't belong where we live. No, because, and I hate to be negative, but the black people acting negative these days. I'm sorry. Chris wasn't a bullshitter, and he got it from me. I was straight up. You guys is acting like heathens and shit. For real? For real? Why don't you guys get buy some insurance at your young age, and when you get 50, 60, you have a $2 million. That's the white folks, that's generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? Instead of running around here with pull your motherfucking pants up, too. Nobody don't want to see your ass. Nobody don't want these niggas running around like sissies. I'm single because I ain't met a man strong enough for me. Chris is strong like me. Ain't nobody strong. I ain't met nobody because they all like niggas with vaginas. You know what I'm saying? You guys get it together. Men, black men, lead the black woman. If you have a baby, raise your kid together with a mom and dad together. Like that's how it was in the old days. People got together and raised their children. And that was their responsibility. And if you didn't like the people, you go sleep in the other room, but you raise your children. You know, this is ridiculous. You guys making babies, if you don't want to take care of them, wear a condom. Get your shit neutered or whatever you guys do. Stop making babies and not taking care of them. Get your shit together. Stop disrespecting black women. Stop using black women when you need to build. And then when you get it together, you go get your white woman or Asian and shit. That's foul. That's a whole blood. That's a slap in the black woman's face. Get your shit together, black women, because we dependent on you to get our economical, get us back up. We like blowing the totem pole. Get it together, niggas, men. If you're not
auntie. Nigga man, get it together.
Yeah, well, some of you guys are niggas and some of you guys are men. Prove me wrong. Be a man. Do it for Chris. Okay.
I'm an auntie. How you guys?
I'm going to go through.
Yeah, let's go.
How's everybody doing? Y'all good? Y'all doing good tonight? Y'all make some noise up here. Come on, y'all. It's for my son. It's for I don't know. A lot of y'all know me. A lot of you Chris's friends. You guys know who I am. You guys know that they call me Big Chris, right? You know that each and every one of y'all out here that I call my son because I treat y'all like my son when y'all come to my house and just enjoy everything, right? But I want to say this about my son. My son was he was goofy, right? Yeah. He was a cold rapper though. He was a cold hip hop artist, right? He might not have gotten the credit that he deserved or the big album deal or whatever. But y'all know from knowing him and knowing his style, y'all know that he was good. You know that he was different. You know that he was crazy. And you know he spoke his mind and he never fronted on anybody. He was just so genuine and so real. So I don't know if you guys really know him like his dad, but you know, me and him was like best friends. So it's hard for me to be out here, you know, from surgery. I had open heart surgery, and some of y'all know that, my close fellas out here, you guys know that. 3 weeks ago. And my son was on my bedside, and I told him, I said, man, I don't want to lose you. I want you to be a little bit more careful, because I know what you're doing. Not as far as the weed and all that other stuff, but I know how it's not him, it's other people, right? And other people don't give a damn. You know, you got people that love you but don't really love you. So you got to be careful of that. And that's what I instilled in him. And I told him, while I was on my bedside, I told him, hey, I love you, and I don't want nothing to happen to you, so just kind of tighten up your circle, not your circle, but tighten up security wherever you're going. And he said, okay, Dad, I love you, I don't want to lose you. And he was right there, you know, just crying. And every time I close my eyes, I think about that, because that was just 3 weeks ago, right? Friday night he told me, Friday night he told me, he said, Dad, I'm in Nashville. And I said, who are you with in Nashville? Because you need to be with somebody. Who are you with? Any of your partners? Are you with Buddha? Are you with him, you know? I'm asking him. And he said, no, I'm out here with the promoters. The promoters are gonna handle it. I'm gonna get on the plane first thing in the morning. That never happened. His life was taken at 2:30 in the morning because he was being nice, going to a studio, trying to get some verses down and get paid. But I told him he didn't need the money. Just come home. And I got a call at 3:30 in the morning saying my son's been shot to death. And it hurts. It hurts bad. Because he was my friend. And I'm gonna miss him. And I think about him every day. So I just want you guys to know, please take care of yourselves, y'all. The streets are unforgiving. They don't care. It doesn't matter where you are or who you are or what you're doing. Like that, your life could be gone. Like that, it's gone for nothing. For a gold chain. A gold chain and maybe a watch. You know how Chris used to be on this in Snotty Nose Mafia. Y'all know about Snotty Nose Mafia? Yeah. You know where he got that name at? He got it from me. I used to call him and Too Much. You guys are snotty nose kids. I'm gonna call you Snotty Nose Mafia. And it stuck with him. Milo, where you at? Can you testify to that? Milo! Okay? That's where he got the name. He didn't get it. Oh man, I'm thinking, it's not it. No, he got it from me.
I was wondering where that came from.
And I told him, I said, if you're gonna use that name, brand it. Go get it branded. Make sure that it's yours and nobody else's. My son wasn't very good in business, but he understood the concept of what's going on. He was so big in his brand, what he built. Snotty Nose Mafia, Trippy Red, all these guys that people love to be around him because he was the energy. When he walked in the room with them big smile and them damn teeth that he had that I told him to take them damn teeth out of his mouth, he commanded the room. And it wasn't because he was trying, it was just because he had the personality. Everybody don't have that. He did it effortlessly. Nobody. So I just want to say to you guys that came out that love him, I see the love. It's beautiful. I accept it. I love all you guys, and I want you guys to take care of yourselves out here because you guys are tomorrow. What you guys do affects your kids. What you gonna do tomorrow is gonna affect your kids. So stand up, be a better person, love everybody. Don't be crazy because you hate on this before. Love them, because you only got one life on this planet. And it can be taken like that. There's a prime example of this picture on the wall. He didn't go around fighting. He didn't hurt anybody. He didn't beat with nobody. But he's gone. Because somebody didn't want him to live. They didn't want him to live. They wasn't even going for the jury. It's just senseless. And so I say to you guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for showing your support for my son. And I love you guys. Peace out. Thank you.
He said we just gotta keep this going for bro, man. For real. This is horrible. This is horrible, man. Like what his mom said, like we really gotta change that narrative on black people hating on black people, because you don't know the next time you're gonna be able to really tell that person goodbye. You don't know when they gonna walk off and never come back again. Like And I just feel like, you know what I mean? I love you, Chris, bro. You know, they say you the hardest rapper. I ain't gonna lie, we gonna get that to you for sure. You the hardest rapper. We'll get that to you, bro. You got it, man. We love you, and we gonna see you on the other side, bro.
And in this moment, we're gonna take the time to release these balloons and give it up to my brother. May his soul rest in peace, man.
We love you, Chris.
We love you.
Love you. Love you. Love you.
Forever King.
Forever.
Snotty knows. Snotty knows. Snotty knows. Chris, we love you. We love you, King. Damn, bro.
Really lame, bro.
We love you.
Love you, Chris.
I run the gossip and good when we play this out of school. This sunshine is all in the bed. I love the road. Catch your body, one get out. Then you told my own. My expectations and disappointments keep joining too. I guess I might go with the broker at the move. I'm gonna shake her head at the red rag. She gets a fool. Jump off the plane with that lag and hop on in the coupe. Or white and black. Lagging like a storm. I give you some shit. Like fragile time number 2. Like I'm in the loop. My favorite words for the cash app is in the group.